What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So before we get started, I do want to honor Martin Luther King. So happy MLK Day. I don't have to tell you how great of a leader he was. And just looking at the climate that we're in right now, I think it's a good time to look back and say, okay, we've had powerful leaders in the past and we'll have powerful leaders in the future. So it actually gives us something, hopefully, to look forward to when it comes to changing the narrative of this last 4 years. I don't care if you like Trump or you don't like Trump. I think you could admit that there's been a lot of stuff that's gone on in this last 4 years that we don't need to see a repeat of in the next 4 years. All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about today's show. We're gonna take a look at some of the polls. So I do polls on my community tab. So if you go to my channel and you click the community tab, you're gonna see a bunch of different polls that I put out. And I like doing these polls because it gives me kind of an idea of what you guys are thinking when it comes to some of these different questions. Sometimes I put out a poll and I'm thinking it's going to go one way and it goes another way. And I'm thinking, wow, okay. And it also gives me an opportunity to talk to you guys about the polls in videos like this. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so before we get started, I do want to talk about this because this is something that's been bothering me for a while now. And I've been trying to stop this from happening, but it continues to happen. So these are two different accounts, separate accounts. This account, that is me. This account is not me. And so the way that you'll know it's me is you're always going to see an outline around my name. And you're going to see a check mark. This check mark certifies the channel. So that user profile has been certified by YouTube. And in order to be certified, you have to have over 100,000 subscribers. So when you see that check mark, that is me. This person down here, this is not me. Okay? And what they do is they just create the same name. And YouTube they'll allow them to create the same name. So even though I block them, they just come back. And so that's a problem there. There's no check mark here. So that's one of the indicators. If you don't see that check mark, it is not me. All right. The big problem that I have with people doing this, obviously they're impersonating me, which I don't like, but look at what they're talking about here. To claim your stimulus check, contact her and they leave a phone number. This is a scammer. They are scamming. They are scamming us. Okay, in a time of need, you have people trying to take advantage of you and take your money. When you need money, they're trying to take your money. It's just amazing. I might do a whole separate video where I just call this person and find out what their deal is. But we'll do that in a future video. I know there are a lot of channels. That's what they do. They call these scammers and try to find out what's going on with them. And they scam the scammer, basically. If you guys want to see a video like that, hit the like button. And then also in the comment section, let me know, hey, I want to see a video like that. I think it would be great. I can record the whole thing because I'm thinking these people are not even calling from the U.S. They're from somewhere else. And the reason why is look at how they put the plus one. We don't write like that when we put phone numbers down. And they put plus. I blocked +1, so they put +.1. So it's just amazing. They're going to keep changing this every time I block something. They're going to try to make changes to it. They're doing a lot of work to try to scam people, which is really, really unfortunate. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at these polls here. Let's see. Okay, the first poll here. Do you think, and let me get my highlighter going, do you think we will see another stimulus package? Easy enough question, right? We had 8,000 people that voted on this poll. 80% say yes. I'm part of that 80%. I agree. I think we will see another stimulus package. I think everything now points in that direction. I mean, we have a president coming in who wants another stimulus package. We have the House leadership wants another stimulus package. We have the Senate leadership wanting another stimulus package. So it's going to happen. I just think it is. So 20% say no in that. Now, looking at the next poll, do you think Joe Biden's rescue plan will get passed? So this is the question here. 7,300 people voted on this one. 73% of the people say yes, they do. And 27% of the people say no, they think it will not get passed. I like to make the questions related to the videos that I put out. And so some of the questions might be pretty similar. All right. Do you think we need another stimulus package? Now, this is a good one. Do you think we're at a point now? We just got the $900 billion stimulus package with the $600 stimulus check. Do you think we need anything else? There are Republican politicians, Republican senators that have indicated, no, we don't need anything else. That we didn't even need that, but people got that, so that's all we need. But we had 10,000 people vote on this one. 96% of the people said yes, we need another stimulus package, and then we only have 4% saying no. All right, next one here. Do you think we should have gone with the standalone $2,000 stimulus check? Now, this is one of those things, and you guys saw that video that I put out. I was pretty heated about that whole situation. Why didn't we go with the standalone? Why are we messing around doing a big package right now? Because that's just giving the politicians who don't want to move forward with another stimulus package or another stimulus check, it gives them a reason to say no to the $2,000 stimulus check. If you do a standalone $2,000 stimulus check, you're going to put them out there to say, hey, do you want a stimulus check or not? We know that some Republicans wanted a stimulus check. They wanted that $2,000 stimulus check. So go with that. Use that. So we had 93% of the people saying yes. And then we had 7% of the people saying no. So 93% of the people are saying yes, standalone. That is the way to go. And I would agree with them. All right. Do you think President Trump should have been permanently banned from Twitter? Interesting question, right? 8,000 people voted on this. 66% of the people said yes, he should have been banned. 34% of the people said no. Now, this is a hot topic because people are saying, well, does Twitter or does Facebook or does YouTube have the right to block your content or to permanently ban you from their platform? Well, it is their platform. And so that's the key point there. Just like YouTube, if they don't like a video that I put out, they can block that video. They can suspend my channel. So it is a private company. Now, they are in the public space, but it's still a private company. And so they have certain guidelines that they want you to abide by. If you break those guidelines, they can block you for that or suspend you for that. That's just the way that I feel about it. All right. How soon do you think the Biden administration will be able to move forward with another stimulus package? Good question. And I don't know why I put 1 month, but I put 1 month. So it should be 1 month. So we have 63% of the people saying that. 3 months, 15%. And then never. 22% said never. And that's out of what? 6,900 people voted on that. So pretty interesting there. Some people are saying, nope, never. We're not seeing another stimulus package. All right, last question here. Do you think Senator Joe Manchin will hold up the next stimulus package? 4,200 people voted on this one. 64% of the people said yes, they think he will hold up the next stimulus package. And then 36% said no. So when it comes to Joe Manchin, we'll have to see what happens. But I'm telling you, Joe Manchin realizes that you have Democrat, and he's a Democrat, but you have Democrats running the Senate, you have Democrats running the House, you have Democrats running the White House. If he does go against another stimulus package, it's really going to hurt him. Ultimately, it's going to hurt West Virginia. It's going to hurt his state, because that could be one of those situations where they look at it, leadership looks at it and says, well, we're going to refuse to support some of what Senator Joe Manchin wants in the future. That's kind of I don't want to call it a threat. That sounds too harsh, but it's one of the things that they do. You know, you help me out, I'll help you out. And if he is going to be the lone sole Democrat that doesn't want to go along with this, it might end up putting him in a situation where he's not going to get what he wants in the future. So we'll have to see how this all plays out. I think right now Joe Manchin is just trying to jockey for position. He knows he has some power. He hasn't really changed his message too much when it's come to stimulus checks, because he was talking about this several months ago about the fact that it needs to be more targeted. However, now he's being more vocal about it. Before, he was talking a little bit about it. Before the election, you didn't hear him very much when it came to exactly how he felt. He wasn't on all the news programs talking about it, but now you see him more and more, and you hear him talking about it more and more, because I think he's looking at this as an opportunity to have a little bit more power when it comes to the vote and the votes to come in the next 4 years. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think down below about these polls, and then you can go over to the community tab. You can vote on these polls yourself. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.